What a glorious morning. I'm on my way to the ferry and I thought I'd stop and take this video of the sleeping warrior and against that absolutely beautiful azure sky. Look at that. I know it's a bit breezy up here, so you might not be able to hear me properly. It's always breezy up here and it's cold, but I'm on my way to the ferry, so I need to get on. So I've arrived at Brodick ferry terminal and I just thought I'd show you a little video of the tiny but very cute Brodick harbour. So it is a fishing harbour. Very busy already this morning. Cars parked waiting for the ferry. And it is the Glen Sannox this morning. And I just have to show you how fantastic does Goatfell look this morning. It truly is Scotland in miniature on this island, and it is beautiful. And I'm so glad that we decided to move here. Imagine having this on your doorstep. So I've met a few folk who have followed the channel and are looking to make Arran their home. It's not for everyone. We do have the issues with the weather because we're in the Firth of Clyde and that does affect the ferries. But on a day like this, would you really rather be anywhere else? So, we're in the car, in the Glen Sannox, and the deck, the mezzanine deck that I am on again, is coming up. I hate this bit. Actually, this isn't the worst bit. The going down bit is the worst bit, but as you can see, we're getting quite close to the roof. Oh, and we've stopped. And it's going to be a full boat this morning. A lot of people here today. Obviously going back to Troon and then onwards. And there we are, leaving Brodick. We're leaving Brodick now. And there comes the Alfred. I'll be on that this evening, coming home. You never know. Might see some dolphins. So coming home on the Alfred, and that is Holy Isle, and it's a bit breezy. It's lovely colours. And I'm just going to the other side to see if I can get sunset. Going to be a fantastic sunset. A bit breezy. The view from my garden. They're not exactly tame, but there's another one, there's 3 of them. And that one at the back, he's lost his antlers. He's still got his. He's lost his. That's the community centre. And I am literally, what, 60 yards away from these guys. So the day's arrived when the surveyor is coming to do the retrofit for the renewables that we want to add to the house, courtesy of the Scottish Government's Eco4 funding scheme. So the way this works is that if you fall into certain categories, you can get some funding for renewables. So they come and do a survey which looks at the inside and the outside of the house, your situation, whether you have up-to-date insulation in the house, whether you have double glazing, cavity wall insulation, loft insulation, how your home is heated, the flooring that you have. I mean, there's a whole range of things. So the guy was here a good few hours, and he does a complete survey. It's almost like the survey that you have when you're selling your house. If you live in the UK, you'll know what I'm talking about. They do a floor plan, they measure everything, they work out the cubic capacity, they have a look at how you're heating your home and how the home has been constructed. And then they put a recommendation in. The guys back at the office decide what is the most appropriate renewables for your situation and your home to take that forward. So we've had a chat. We think because of the situation at the back of the house, because we've got that steep rocky hillside / mountain, that we probably won't be looking at air source heat pump. However, we will probably get solar, which is great because we think it's the way forward. Now, I have mentioned in previous videos that Lochranza is the darkest village, possibly in Europe. Not sure if I believe that, but possibly in Europe, and that we live on the dark side of the village. Now, we do get sun. However, modern solar panels have been designed to work with ambient daylight. You don't need bright sunshine all day from morning till night. You don't need that nowadays. And I think a lot of people, especially older people who haven't kept up with it, aren't really abreast of that. So ambient daylight will generate electricity. And let's face it, with the way that the electric bills are rising, this is a no-brainer for us. So it will be a retrofit. We won't hear exactly from the company for about a month now. They have to go through the whole range of things, and then they have to tie that up with the evidence that we had to give to prove that we were eligible in the criteria. Then they'll come back and they'll tell us what they propose to do and when they propose to do it. So the time scale for them coming back is about a month. So it's very exciting, really looking forward. And if anyone on the Arran Island is interested in this, I suggest that you get in touch with EcoSavvy, or if you want to drop me a comment in the comments below, I can pass the details of the company who are working with the local authority here to bring renewables to the island. So, coming on, almost finished that. So you can see that the rough caster has basically finished and a lovely neat job has been done. It's obviously got to dry out, and then we have to wait for the next stage, which may be the roof and the guttering being carried over, or maybe the application of the final layer of colour, and I can't remember if that's to be paint or I think it's Osmocoat or some plasticized covering to match with the white at the front of the cottage. So we wait. So we've decided to give Lily a little haircut. The tail's not wagging, you can see she's thrilled, but you do need it. So Lil is 11 and a half, and I have to take my time when I'm clipping and brushing her because Lily has quite advanced cancer. She's got lots of little lumps and bumps, and the last thing I want to do is catch any of the little lumps and make them bleed. So she don't like this much. You don't mind the face getting done, do you? But you don't like anything else getting done. So we're going to take it in stages and see how we get on. So because Lily's been spayed, her hair grows really quick and it's almost like a shaped place. Right, so there's a little lump there. There we go. And I just pull her forehead forward a wee bit, and that makes sure it's nice and clean on the back. And we're going to have a lot of hair to clean up, aren't we? Under your eyebrows. If you do this regularly, you get to see any wee lumps and bumps. Can't have a moustache. Ladies aren't supposed to have a moustache. So, better already, and now we're going to do the ears. So I'll see you later. So, we've done Lily's head, and we've done her ears, and we've done all down her neck and her chest, and we've done her front feet. She's wagging her tail because she's had enough now. That is her telling me. I know. But I'm leaving the clippers to cool for a minute. So I'll take Lily out now and her anxiety will calm down a bit. So we're all done. Never seen a dog so happy to have it done, but what a difference. So she's been done everywhere, including her tail and her backside. I've had the chance to run my hands over her and make sure there's no new lumps and bumps. And now, this good girl gets a treat of a biscuit. Yes you do, yes you do. So I'm sat at the computer finishing off a couple of presentations that I have for a talk that I'm doing this evening at Arran Library. So the talk's been arranged in conjunction with Arran Eco Savvy, who promote sustainable food use, try to reduce food waste on the island, and the island has a few community gardens where people are encouraged to go learn about growing food, learn about where their food comes from, and have the opportunity to grow their own food. So that's a great thing. I really support that. The library have come up with the idea to have this talk. There's going to be refreshments at the event. I'm going to talk, the library have got my books there, which Sustainable Smallholding is probably my best seller. More about the books later. And I'm just going to talk about my experience over 50 years of gardening and growing food, how I found it, how they can get started, where they can get help. So I'm hoping there's going to be at least a few folk there tonight, and maybe they'll take out the books from the library. The great thing about public libraries is if you want books or a particular book, you can go along, they'll find it for you. If they don't have it in their stock, they'll get it on interlibrary loan. It's a brilliant resource. Sadly, funding from the government, and as a result of that, the local authorities are a bit strapped with cash. Libraries are struggling right now. So if you're in the UK, or you're in the States, or anywhere where you have public libraries, go to your public library. They don't just have books, they have a whole range of services that can help you. Some of them do IT refresher courses, courses for people who have never used a computer. There's a whole wealth of local information there, so I do encourage you to go. Now, I've got to get on with the presentation.